Hi. See me again with my pets. We're hanging out. Okay, we're gonna paint. Let's paint. I like to paint. Today, we are going to use a 12 by 12 canvas, a palette, which is a paper plate. Oh, it's another warm day. And paper towel, cup of water for rinsing. And today we're only gonna use three colors. Three colors. We're gonna do a really fun thing. So black, white. Technically it's only one color. These aren't really colors or whatever, but and fruit punch. Fruit punch. I did bring out 4 different size brushes. Can you see them all? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's like a decent sized one, a pointy one, another pointy one, and a really tiny pointy one. And then 2 paint markers, just for the detaily stuff. You can do it with a brush, which we might, but I brought them out just in case. Okay, so my pets are here for snacks. I haven't had a chance to throw any snacks in for them yet. Let's do that. Hi, everybody. What you doing? Oh, whoosh. Hi. Hi. Oh, want some? We're gonna have some? Yeah, Mommy's kind of far from the fence today. Yeah, look. Everybody's having them in there. Can you go? You're not going in there to do it? All right. She's insistent that I'm going to just hand them to her. Okay. That's Marigold. She's my little gray one. I don't know where Cece. Oh, Cece's in the house. Buttercup is the multicolored one, and then chickens everywhere. All right. I'm going to start with a big brush. Then we're going to add paint to our canvas. Black, white, fruit punch, sip, 3 colors. I'm very excited to show you how much you can do with just 3 colors. Here's our canvas. We're going to get our paintbrush damp, not dripping, damp. And we're going to start with black. And we're going to do the whole outside border part of our painting. All right. So this is like I said, a 12 by 12 canvas. Generally, I use like a 9 by 12, but this one fits this painting a little bit better. And this one does have sides or edges, so I am going to have to paint all my edges, which is what I make sure to tell everybody that's in my classes. Make sure you paint your edges. All right. And I am using a water-based acrylic paint. So if you see me dipping my brush in the water, it's to just help the paint move around on the canvas. Because we're going to do some white in the middle of this and then make some like grayish kind of stuff. And I want the paint to be damp still when we do it. All right. Looking good, looking good. Edges, edges, edges. I'm actually going to save the edge that I'm holding till after we're done. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to rinse the black out of my brush. Hi, Cece. Did you not get any goldfish? Are you sad? It'll be all right, honey. All right, wet brush. Damp, not dripping. Start in the middle. Paint some white. Big bunch of white in the middle. There we go. Now comes the fun part. Look at that. All right. We're going to add a little bit of water to our brush, a little bit more white, and we're going to soften this a little bit. Bring it right out into the black and bring some of that darker. The key to this is don't over blend. You want it blended so that it looks like, you know, a halo-y kind of. But if you keep going, the whole thing's just going to be gray. A weird, yucky, ugly, not really ugly, but, you know, gray blob. Gray blob. We're going to give that a quick rinse. Look at us go. And I didn't really get all the color out of my brush, but we're going to go right back into that white. Kind of start in the middle again here. Soften this a little bit. We're going to bring the gray in a little bit, and it's going to get lighter and lighter as we go in. Look at us go. Dark. Getting lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. That's what we're looking for. Now I'm going to try to get all the color out of the brush this time. Had a big kind of globby white part in the middle there. Just going to wipe that down. There we go. Okay. Pretty great. What do you think? So now we dry. I know, this is the boring part. Cece, do you want to finish your baba? Cece, do you want to finish your baba? You come here. So just like last time, she decided she wanted to eat as I'm setting up to do this. Ooh, bonk. I just bonked the goldfish. We're gonna, like it never happened. You can't see it, I can't see it, nobody can see it. Didn't happen. Okay. Here, sweet girl. Here, sweet girl. A little farther from the fence this time, apparently. There's your baby. That's my baby. Hi. Yeah, you didn't get any goldfish. All those mini chickens ate them all gone. It's all right. I'm just drying with this hand and feeding with this hand. You're not missing anything. How'd we do? You done? You still didn't finish the whole thing. You want some more? Not really? Okay. And I got paint on my leg. I legit, every single time it washes off, it's water-based. That's my Cece. Hello, honey. Almost done. It's a little humid today, so it's taking a couple extra minutes. All right. Looks pretty great. All right. With our small pointy-ish, I'm gonna say pointy-ish because it's not wet yet, but once you get it wet, it gets kind of pointy. We're gonna go into our black. We're gonna do a bonsai tree, and it's gonna be a pink bonsai tree. I know, it's awesome. So now we just need to decide where everybody's gonna live for our bonsai tree. And this can be any shape. As you know, bonsai trees are like the little ones that they like clip and detail, and they go like they make them into like all this cool, like really pieces of art. Like it's amazing. So we're going to kind of do that. And the white's not quite dry yet, but it's going to be fine. Gives it character. We're going to have one that lives over here. We're going to do a nice big tall piece that lives right up here. And then it's going to have another branch that lives like this. This. All right, and then we're going to have a wonky one that kind of comes like this. There. All right, so all of these parts, oops, I touched it. All of these parts where I just touched are going to be where our leaves live for our bonsai tree. So they need something to hold, like to grow on. You got to make them little branches that they can live on. All right? Branches, baby, branches. We're going to give this guy another one over here, and this guy another one over here. And you can have a lot more, like much smaller ones come off from it. You know, wherever you think that there is another little twig on your branch. The more you put there, the more realistic your tree is going to look. And I feel like we need to be much thicker towards the bottom because, you know, they're not skinny. They're chunky. And there's nothing wrong with chunky. I'm a little chunky myself. All right. Good. Keeps me warm in the winter. There. I'm liking it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You know what? I kind of feel like I want a little, just a little right there. So there's going to be a little tiny one right there and right there. Just a little bug in my eye. Just a little tiny one. All right. Like that. I like it. I like it. All right. There's our tree. There's our branches. So far, we've only used two colors, black and white. That's it. Two colors. And we have a yard full of pets hanging out with us. You guys want some more snacks while Mommy's paint dries? Let's do that. Where does it go? Here you go, Cece. Oh, I'm too far away. Boink. Ugh. Cheese, girly, have some. All right, here. Boop. Yeah, boop. Boop. Mommy's throwing them everywhere. All right, we're gonna cardio for a minute. Work up a sweat. as if we're not already. So here's how we're gonna do the leaves so that they look not all just one blah. All right. When you add the tiniest little bit of black to a color, it gives it just a shadowy hint, little tiny bit darker. When you add white to a color, it lightens it up just that little bit. Like the sun is, oh, she's tinkling. Sorry, she needed a minute. Woo. Are you done? Okay. Where the light would be shining. That's what we're gonna do. For our darker areas, we're gonna add the tiniest little bit of black. Then we're gonna add our normal color. And then for the lighter part, we're gonna add white to our color. And this is amazing already. Okay, I'm gonna use this big chunky pointy-ish brush. Gonna get it wet. Damp, not dripping. We're gonna load this baby up with pink. Look at that pink. I love it. All right, now we're gonna start with the darker area, then we're gonna go lighter. All right, so we're gonna add tiny, tiny bit of black and mix it on our palette with the pink. Still pink, okay? Just a tiny bit darker. Then we're gonna dab, okay? Now bonsai trees are typically flattish towards the bottom, and then they have like a little poof. Kind of like a cloud. How I would describe it. If you were painting clouds, okay, that's what you're looking for. Woo, chicken fight. We're gonna do this other little one right here. And we're just dabbing. Dab, dab, dab. And then sip. That's all we're doing. Load it up with some paint. Dab, 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 dab. You want to go just over the branches that we made for them, so that they look like they're sitting on top of the branches. And we like all these like little pieces that hang down. They look like little leaves that are just in the background. We like that. Keep those. We like those. All right, so we're getting our basic shape for the area, okay? For our leaves area. All right, and then we're gonna do another little part. And this is actually gonna sit in front of our trunk. So we're gonna do a little bit in front of it. My paint is still a little bit wet, so we're kind of blending a little bit, but it's okay. We'll give it a good dry in a minute. Okay? We're just gonna keep doing that. Boop, boop, boop. Dab, 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 dab. We're gonna bring this one like right up here. Like, ooh, baby. All right. Okay, okay, okay. This one's gonna have a punch. This one's gonna be pretty big. Three colors. Three colors. All we're using today. I'm quite impressed, actually. Again, with you guys. Again. Mommy's gonna because our background isn't quite dry yet. Oh, they can't even see you. You guys gotta come over here. Don't walk at me. There's a black one right there. She's like the queen. So she said, hey, give us more snacks. All right. So we're still in with the pink that has the tiniest bit of black. Okay. And we have just one more. And this one's going to be a decent sized one because we're going to go right across this whole part. And it's going to live like way up to here. Now we're going to fill it in with dabbing. Dab, dab, dab. And we're just tapping the brush. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to do a couple more layers of other colors. We're just looking for basic shape. And I like all these like little drop down pieces. You can kind of see them. I like those. They add some character. All right. I think we're pretty good, actually. Yeah. I'm going to rinse this color out of the brush because we don't want any more of the black in there. And then we're going to do a little of this. And yes, you can have some more. Yes, you can. And now all the goats are going to come running because they heard the noise. Hi, Buttercup. Yeah, hi, Buttercup. Hi, Buttercup. Here you go. Mommy is too far from the fence. Here you go. Whoosh. It's like raining goldfish. All right, so if you so chose when you did the trunk and the branches, if you really wanted to, you could use, this one has two ends, and I got this on Amazon. It has like a chunkier end and then a finer end, and you could put a lot more detail into your branches and twigs and like add little everything, little tiny, and it would look even more realistic. I'm just giving you the quicker version. And I say quicker as I'm trying to dry my paint. All right. Gonna have to be good. All right, which brush? This one. Same brush that we just used to do this. And we got all of that color out. Damp. Straight pink this time. Just the straight pink. Fruit punch pink. We're going to go a little higher and leave some of the darker pieces towards the bottom. Bring it up a little bit. You'll see in a minute. It's going to be great. So you don't want to cover all your darker area that's the shadowy part on the bottom. You want to leave some of that. And this is also where if you have like some that kind of overlap each other with these next two colors, the straight pink and then the pink with the white, we're going to make it like a lighter color. You're going to want to be able to tell the difference. So you're going to highlight appropriately, and I will show you how to do that. Dab, 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 dab. That one's still a little wet, so we're going to scoot up here. And you can use any color that you want for the leaves and stuff on your tree. I just chose pink today because I like pink. I like all kinds of colors, but today I was just like, let's do pink. It looks nice against the black and white. Okay, we haven't done this one yet, so let's do this one. Right. Hello, sweet girl again. What you doing? What you doing? You have eaten. You are good to go. All right. Pink, 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 pink. And we're dabbing. So if you're not outside and you're doing this in your house and you need it to dry a little quicker than waving it back and forth and getting your cardio, use a blow dryer. You're welcome. The heat, this one is just not drying. The heat and then the blowing, and it's handy to be able to get really close to it. Yep, works amazing. All right. I feel like we covered them all. That was a loud vehicle, sorry. You can see the dark where I left the darker part. Now we're gonna rinse. Well, actually, we don't even need to rinse. We're just straight pink. We don't need to rinse, but we do need to kind of dry it just a little bit. What, honey? I swear to God, they're only here for snacks. Any other time, they're all like, Mom, what are you doing? Mom, I love you. Mom, 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 Mom. These are my new ones. They're babies. They're 4, maybe 5 months old, 4 months old. They are a lavender buff Orpington. And they have not started laying eggs yet, but I'm very excited to see what colors they lay. But their feathers are almost like they got a perm a little bit, or they went to bed with wet hair and are like a scrunchy. They're just fluffy, like curly fluffy. They're so cool. And they pretty much usually hang together. Oh, one scooted that way. But they're usually like right together. They sleep together, they eat together. They're besties. Okay, we still have the pink in our brush. Now we're going to add white to it. And I will show you. He doesn't need to be bright white. We're looking for a really light pink kind of color. And I will show you. Light pink. Ooh, bug bite me. Light pink. Now, our light source, we're going to say is coming from this direction, which you do kind of want to know, so that all of your light is going in the same direction. So we're going to pretend. So for some reason, my camera turned off all on its own, and I painted myself doing it, trying to fix it. As I was showing you, you can see that the darker part and then the lighter part makes it like this one's in front of this one. And you can see the highlight. That's what makes them different. And dab, 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 dab. Okay. Some more paint tips. We've done all of this with 3 colors. I'm very excited. I think it's so cool, all of the stuff that you can do with minimal. We didn't go crazy. I did bring out 4 brushes. I only used 3. But that other little one, I was like, we might do some smaller branches, some skinnier ones, but I think the ones that we have are perfect, just the way they are. All right, and now this one is sitting in front of this one, so we're gonna tell the difference by doing that. Look, isn't it pretty? I know. I was gonna say beautiful, then pretty came out. Okay, so now I'm just gonna sign it, call it a day. Oh, look, my shirt matches the color. I didn't even realize that when I did it. Okay, I'm gonna sign it, and we're gonna be done. Thanks for hanging out with me and my pets. See us again next time. Have a good night. Bye.